aka Professional High Priestess. And I wanted to talk about this attack of the clones real quick. I do have a divine feminine channeling, so just be patient, just wait for me. I'm coming. But what I wanted to say was this is some high dimensional shit, and a lot of people may not be able to follow this, but just stick with me. You guys have to realize, like, when you're a real twin flame or a high vibrational individual, divine feminine, divine masculine, and you have a certain mission on this planet, these are contracts that you sign in past lifetimes to be a good person, to do this type of work, to be, to be spiritual, to, do all these different things, express your gifts and your talents, right? And a lot of people, they can't express their gifts and their talents because of trauma or because of ancestral karma that they haven't cleared up, or just because they don't put in the work to be able to, like, magnetize and or manifest on their own internal energies. So they have to try to be other people or steal from other people, etc. As a real twin, what happens in past lives is there at one point in time in, like, the evolution, right, of just like history and spell work and the spiritual realm, there was major rituals done to clone the divine feminines and the divine masculines. But it's just like that movie, the movie S. You guys watch that movie, the movie S, which I swear to God, like, if you're real spiritual, you would have picked up so many cues in that movie. But the movie S, where they had the untethered people who were cloned, but they didn't have a soul, you see, and the untethered, they cloned all these people and they put them in basements and Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk and shit like that, and they were living in tunnels underground and they had to eat rabbits and it was crazy. And this is like the similar type of concept that has happened with the twins. They've been cloned. So that's why a lot of you guys, you deal with karmic masculines, you think that that's your real twin, but it's really like a clone. And there was high level magic done in order to have these people follow you throughout your lifetimes, in order to stop your mission, to break you down, to kill you, to harm you, to steal your gifts and all that other stuff, right? So a lot of you guys that are dealing with karmic masculines or karmic feminines, this is what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a clone. But the funny thing is, remember, they have no soul. That's the thing that they're missing the most. They have no soul. That's why they act out of low vibrational energies, and they're being used literally by the principality to make it seem like they're your twin or they're your person. And that's why there's so much confusion and back and forth. And even when you know that this person is not right, you still deal with them, etc. It's because they're the clone. They're one of the clones that followed you from past lifetimes. And it's your job to defeat if you're karmic feminine, it's your job. If you're divine feminine, it's your job to defeat that karmic masculine. If you're divine masculine, it's your job to defeat that karmic feminine, so they cannot continue to follow you. Because what ends up happening is twins are, of course, they're going to produce twin children or high vibrational children. It's just going to follow your children, this spiritual husband, spiritual wife bullshit, that happens. It was so crazy because it was 144 in the chat as I said that. So I've been actually pondering on this for a while about putting this message out, but this is what's happening. That's why they even step into doing crazy ass energy harvesting rituals or skinwalker magic or trying to mimic you in various ways. I reposted the channeling that I put out a while ago about this same specific, like, concept of skinwalkers, black tantrists. They use mirror rituals, not mirror magic, mirror rituals to try to mirror your energy, mimic your energy. These people go into high level magic. It's so crazy. Like, one of the karmics that done energy harvesting on me, like, I had a vision of her, like, boiling organs in a pot and using different nets and doing, setting up all kinds of shit just to, like, steal my energy and confuse my twin, which honestly I'm just like, that's neither here nor there. As long as I'm not confused, that's all that fucking matters, real talk. Because if I'm not confused, then shit. Okay, you see where I'm going with that? As long as I'm not confused, I put my safety mask on first. So This is what's happening, right? This is what's been going on, and a lot of you guys are going to come to the realization that this is what the karmic has been doing, or this is what the karmic is. That's why I try to tell you guys, like, that's why the karmic practices such deep levels of narcissism and sociopathy and mental illness, because they're taken over by an entity. The karmic, I'm telling you right now, that's why I can't even really be mad at them. They don't really know what the fuck they're doing. They really don't. They don't. Especially the karmics that play with rituals and magic and shit like that. They have no idea what they're playing with. They're literally hijacked by a low vibrational ancestor in their bloodline that like to play with blood magic and rituals and sex magic and shit like that. And that ancestor has completely taken over that karmic's vessel and is running that karmic. This karmic does not know. They think that they're just like going about their day and they're eating and they're sleeping and they're doing this. They're completely taken over by that ancestor. It's like oh my God, have you guys ever seen Siempre Bruja? Always a Witch? Oh my God. Go watch that last season. And I just watched this and I was like, oh my God, this just fucking happened to me. There was an old witch who basically she was banished. Like she couldn't reincarnate, or there's something where she had did something and she was trapped, because when you play with certain magic or you betray certain bloodlines, you become trapped in certain places spiritually. This is what Dante's Inferno was really about. When you bring certain things onto the planet, when you release certain knowledge, when you express certain ideologies, when you behave in a certain way, you get trapped in a certain level of hell. It depends on which level that you're going to get trapped in. Some are more intense than others, right? So this karmic witch, she got trapped. So she couldn't, like, she had to hop from body to body, and she would like to hop into different young women's bodies and shit like that and steal people's bloodlines and things like that. And the only way that you can actually see this witch is in the mirror. That's the only time you can see that it was actually an old witch inhabiting these people's bodies. So that's what a lot of these karmics are dealing with right now. Honestly, like, I don't know what type of ritual they do with the mirrors. I just know that it's been done on me by one of the karmics, because she was like literally like in my thoughts. Like, it was crazy as fuck. She was like entering into my conscious mind, and she was trying to be me, because every time like I would have a projection of myself, I would see her. She was like, she was trying to embed herself into my solar plexus and like walk in my blood and in my skin. It's like, it's some very like low vibrational Native American magic that I don't know why the fuck, I don't know who this person is, but this practitioner though, that's been giving these karmics this magic, I think they're a part of a similar group, because it's different karmics, a part of different factions that don't really know each other, that are doing the same type of magic. That's why I'm picking up on. And divine feminine, it's like, even when if you've been attacked by multiple people, there's a lot of divine feminines, I'm just gonna keep it real, they've been attacked by multiple people with magic. You know, this is not just something where it's just one and done. No, like, I know like high vibrational divine feminines, and the funny thing is they're always fucking got Leo or Virgo in their chart, always. And they're being attacked by just a hell of people all at once, trying to stop their career, shit like that. High vibrational feminines, like I know some of them that they're entertainers, they do movies, they're celebrities, they're politicians or whatever, and they're being spiritually attacked, and it's from different factions, but they're all using the same mechanism, because it's the same principality, y'all. It's the same fucking principality, the same demonic mansion working itself out through these random karmics that allow themselves to be used. So this is what's happening right now. A lot of these karmics are going deeper into the psychosis, they're going deeper into the rituals, they're going deeper into, you know, destroying themselves in efforts to try to be the real divine feminine. But you remember, they don't have the spirit, they don't have the soul. They don't have the soul, you see? So there's that part that's always missing. That's why they can get away with what they do for a little bit, but then they have to come back. That's why you're always under a spiritual attack, because they need a constant source. You see what I'm saying? And some of these divine masculines, these karmic masculines, you know, they don't play with magic, but they know that they're not the real person. That's why they try to use sex on you, or try to keep you trapped, or try to just destroy you completely. That's their job. The karmic feminines want to be you. The karmic masculines want to kill you, you know? So this is the shit that's going down, and that's being exposed as time continues to go on. High level sorcery is about to be exposed on a massive scale. You guys know the United Nations. I thought this was interesting. The United Nations, they have like a council like on spell work and witchcraft. Yeah, United Nations, bro. Even though I don't agree with their ideology and the shit that they do, and they're very questionable too, but I guess this shit then went that fucking far that like now politicians and policy and stuff like that, which I feel like it's so difficult, you know. But but I've seen the way that this shit can really destroy lives and communities and countries, you know. So now they're trying to take action. Yeah, it's just Google it. United Nations. They have a council on witchcraft, and they investigate, and they have workshops for different like country leaders in terms of how to regulate this stuff, et cetera, et cetera. All ideologies, yeah, it's being brought up to the light. It's not, it's, this is just the fucking beginning. And I feel like a lot of you guys here too, your stories, thank you so much, all of you guys, for the super chat, Nancy and Valerie. A lot of your stories are going to be very pivotal in this being exposed, because you guys have to understand, back in the day, the spiritual and the material realm, they were intertwined, they weren't separated. It's only up until like, hi Aaron, it's good to see you, I haven't seen you in a while. It's only up until recently that, like the last past 500 years, that there was been a distinct separation between like the spiritual realm and the material realm, where the spiritual realm has been even more bastardized through its religion that did this. It's religion that created that bridge and that separation. But now that everything's being questioned, people are having spiritual awakenings, and the astral plane is getting crazier, and people are waking up to the manipulation in the food and 5G and everything like that. A lot more people are going to be waking up to the reality of what is. Yeah. So just be prepared, y'all. And I feel like what's happening right now is like these karmic ancestors know, they don't understand the societal factors that we're living in now. So that's why I'm saying a lot of these karmics, they're allowing themselves to be used by these forces, and they don't even know it. They're just so bipolar and schizophrenic, and they have personality disorders that they don't really see what's happening. That's why a lot of these karmics, you see them right now. That's why they're going to jail. That's why they're getting caught up. They're getting wrapped up in poverty. They're getting other people wrapped up in their bullshit. And this is why, because they allow themselves to be used. But the thing about these demonic entities and these archons, they don't care. They just want to create error. That's it. By the time the karmic gets themselves into a predicament or a sticky situation, that's that. That's it. The ancestor doesn't care. They go find someone else in the bloodline, or they go take over the karmic's children, or they go shape shift and hop into whatever masculine or feminine that the karmic is sleeping with. They don't care. It's Attack of the Clones right now. They're trying to clone us to my feminine. It's not going to happen. They need the spirit. They need the ether. That's the one thing that they're missing. The one thing that they can't have. Yeah. And, in order to have a soul, you need to be born. I mean, in order to have a soul and a spirit, and the thing that they want, it's like you had to been born with it. You see what I'm talking about? So it's gonna be hell and hot water for these karmics right now, because they realize that they're missing the last element, which is spirit, and they don't have that spirit, so they can't enter the gates. And even with the shape shifting and skinwalker magic, that shit can only last for so long until it breaks, and that's that. That's why if you guys are dealing with this, go on Patreon. On my Patreon, it's Professional High Priestess. Okay, just go patreon.com/professional high priestess, or search Professional High Priestess on Patreon. Listen, I teach you guys how to reclaim your energy and pull your energy back, and poison a thief. So if anybody tries to steal your energy or use your essence or whatnot for that purpose, that's what's gonna happen. But divine feminine, divine masculine, this is why you go through so much like trials and tribulations and warfare and slander and people like doing all kinds of crazy shit to you, because you have something good that you're about to do. You're it's destined for you to be on this planet. Like I said, a lot of you guys have projects or writing or music or children that you're supposed to have that are going to help fight the war when it happens later on down the timeline, right? So that's why these karmics right now are doing all this crazy shit. But this is past life karma being reaped in this lifetime for a lot of you guys. You guys already went through this in past lifetimes. Those karmics, they signed those contracts because of what they did to you, what they did in a past lifetime. Now it's like it's inevitable for them to meet their demise in this lifetime, because in a past lifetime, by doing what they did to you, they've already like it's signed, sealed, delivered their fate in this lifetime. You see what I'm saying? And there's no amount of energy harvesting, black magic, Akashic record tampering, baby traps, whatever the fuck that's gonna like transfer that energy or stop it. That's what these karmics don't realize. There's not enough magic in the world to do that shit. Remember, we talked about this. Neferkapata. And he wanted the book of Thoth. He wanted Thoth's book. So remember what he did? He went to the Nile, and he had to go down to the bottom of the river. And when he got there, there was a box within a box within a box, but it was all surrounded by different snakes and critters and shit like that. He had to fight that war. But then he got the book, right? And by him getting that book and absorbing its secrets, he brought demise onto his head. He brought his own downfall. You see, so these are ancient stories that our ancestors used to tell to try to, it's like as a cautionary tale because they know people are stupid and power hungry, just like these karmics. You see, so you remember, you guys remember what happened with Neferkapata? You guys remember that story that I told? He ended up destroying himself, his family, everybody. The Book of Secrets, yeah. He destroyed everybody because he was not supposed to touch that book. And the funny thing is, the book died with him because he knew how destructive it was. So, for these karmics, they're going to be learning the story. They're going to be learning the lesson of Neferkapata right now. That there are certain things that you should just not step into. There's somebody open Pandora's box. Basically, one of y'all karmics done open Pandora's box. Oh my God, they're sending you, girl. I don't have time, baby, but one of your karmics done open Pandora's box, basically, with this shit that she's been trying to do, and it's about to backfire. It's not just a karmic that deals with your DM. I always tell y'all that it's your workplace karmics, it's your family member karmics, it's jealous female karmics, whoever the fuck trying to be you and all these different things, and it's not conducive for, yeah, you can't. That type of shit is not conducive on planet Earth. No more. No more. Absolutely not. Like all that skinwalker. That. Nah, hell no. Get the fuck up out of here with that. Um, Keep on doing your return to sender. Keep on doing your cord cutting. These karmics are really sick, and in their mind, it doesn't register in their mind what they're doing at all. It does not register. I'm telling you right now, like they have severe mental illness. Like they're completely tapped out, completely disconnected from their higher self. But that's because of the rituals that they jumped into, full card energy, to be the most to have money or be the most intuitive or be whatever the fuck or steal your energy by opening themselves up to that by opening up that magic. They don't know how to. They can't stop it now. That's what I'm saying. They open Pandora's box. They're on a perpetual cycle that they cannot get out of. Yeah. That's why you don't play with that shit. That's why it's easier to just build it authentically, naturally. Whenever you start involving magic with somebody else's energy, that's when you start to get into trouble. Yeah. So, yeah, they come with a curse attached to it. Exactly. 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 So, Marcelo, no, it's the story of Neferkapata. The story of Neferkapata. But the funny thing about Neferkapata, what happened with him is, old pauper, an old man came to him and was like, I know about the most powerful book in the world, and you have to pay me for me to tell you. And he was like, okay, cool. That's how power hungry he was. You see what I'm saying? He was already a high priest and he was already a mason studying, but he just wanted more knowledge and more power and shit like that. And by doing that, he destroyed himself and his entire family, right? So I just wanted to put that story out there, y'all. The energy harvesting, this is the past life bullshit that's happening, but trust that in this lifetime, it's gonna be complete justice. It's gonna be rectified. Yeah, completely rectified. Like it's impossible. They can't. Just the way that the astrology is set up too. The astrology is fucked up for karmic energies for the next several years. Then we got Uranus moving into Gemini. Hell, God. Ooh. And we got Pluto moving into Aquarius. Ooh, we got Jupiter and Aquarius conjuncting for the next year. Oh no. Yeah, it's bad business. And then we got the South Node in Sag, and then the South Node is gonna move into Scorpio. Okay, good luck with that. All right, thank you all so much for listening. Okay, have a good day. Bye.